Okay, LaToya Johnson, and LaToya, capital T, Johnson, JohnSon.
And your title?
I am the team leader for the Pavement Design and Performance team in the Office of Infrastructure. EDC is a great program. Every day counts. It's been very successful. Folks love it.
It is one more job for you, but
It's yeah. It's just yeah. It's
So-
something else. Yeah.
So EPDs makes a good thing to promote because do people not know about it or don't know how to, what is the.
Well, it's interesting when they first started talking about doing the EDC innovation on EPDs, environmental product declarations. We had done the climate challenge. And I was a little more open to it because I was like, okay, this could be good. Even though sustainability is administration priority, the agency really hadn't publicly said anything about embodied carbon and addressing embodied carbon. I think, we've been really good, especially as a part of the bill, the bipartisan infrastructure law, addressing operational emissions or tailpipe emissions. Everybody knows about electric vehicles and infrastructure supporting electric vehicles. That's great. We should. That's one tool in the toolkit. But we really hadn't done a lot department-wide to address kind of this other piece of the emissions issue, and that's the embodied carbon. And I think from our program's position, as nice as, yes, we should be addressing operational emissions or tailpipe emissions, but most of us are engineers, right? We have very little impact to change people's driving habits or to get people to drive electric vehicles. Yeah, somebody should be doing that, but that's not really what we do. We build roads, we build bridges, right? And so addressing embodied carbon, that's the piece that we have, we can have an impact on, we can affect. And so initially I was much more open to EDC7 because I thought this would be the agency's opportunity to really talk more about embodied carbon, and that it's an issue just as important as operational emissions. It's another issue that's just important that we needed to talk about, and I didn't think it was getting the limelight. And at DOT and at state DOTs, again, I think we really can make an impact because that's what we're doing. We're making design decisions, and we're making construction decisions and maintenance and preservation decisions. And those decisions drive the embodied carbon emissions. And you get one opportunity to do that when you're constructing or when you're, reconstructing. That's it. Once a new road is out there, you can't go back and address those emissions. That's it. It's one and done. And so I was open to EDC from that standpoint, even though I know, like everyone knows, it takes a lot of work. EDC is a lot of work to stand up, to roll out a program. And so, yeah, I was always hesitant because sustainable pavements, we've never lacked for things to do. It's always a lot of work to be done in sustainable pavements. But definitely after we had taken on the climate challenge and we had gotten the response that we did get from the climate challenge, I questioned some folks at Federal Highway about, do we really need to do EDC too? But, all that said, and my reservations, I think the goal is now with the climate challenge, we had 25 state DOTs, 2 local agencies that submitted proposals, and we're helping them. Now the goal is to get everybody else. And I think the excitement around the climate challenge, I've had a lot of state DOTs call and say, well, when another opportunity comes, we'll be interested. Or, we didn't have enough time because it was a kind of short turnaround. We didn't have enough time to get a proposal ready for the climate challenge. So this is that opportunity for them. And, no one has a crystal ball, so who knows what will happen as far as federal or even state mandates in this area. But it doesn't look like they're going away anytime soon. Every few weeks we're hearing about a new state that their legislature is thinking about, some type of back clean policy that will implement the use of EPDs. And so states have told us directly that, we want to be able to sit at the table to help drive some of those decisions. We don't want the legislature to just come to us and say, this is what you're going to do, and then they have to catch up and learn how to spell EPD, right? So I just see it as, another opportunity to continue to do what we've been doing as a part of the APT program, is educate, provide technical assistance, and prepare, the state DOTs to step up and respond. And in this case, it's as related to sustainability. And so a lot of work, but, it'll have its place. And I think the good part is EDC is going to EDC7, EPDs for sustainable project delivery is going to be very much a continuation of what we've already been doing. And so that's the good thing, that it's not like something completely new. It's continuation of the work that we've been doing, for 11 years before, for the last 9 months with Climate Challenge, and, the work that I think we'll be doing for the foreseeable future. So it gives, stakeholders another opportunity to come to the table, to learn, and to get ready for what comes ahead.